Hey there, it's Dave at NoRecipeRequired, and tonight I'm going to show you a recipe where I actually stuff a chicken breast. It's actually kind of a rolled chicken breast. It's a dish that I like to prepare a lot when I'm trying to impress people because it looks really cool, looks really difficult, but it's really not. We simply kind of pound out the chicken breast, make it nice and flat. We'll saute off some onions, some goat cheese. Well, I'm not going to saute off the goat cheese. We're going to saute off some onions. We'll mix that with some goat cheese, a couple other things. That forms our stuffing. We roll it all together, do a quick sear in the pan, finish it in the oven, and we're good to go. Let's go ahead and take a look at how it all comes together. So we start our chicken, actually making our stuffing. I'm going to add about a cup of chopped mushrooms to a medium heat pan, olive oil on the bottom, a little bit of salt to start off with. And this is actually the longest part probably. I'm going to cook this down for about 20 minutes or so until the until the mushrooms are really kind of golden brown, firm in texture, and all the water is really evaporated out of them. So medium heat and turning the mushrooms every 3 or 4 minutes is the key to these mushrooms, getting them nice and golden brown. Then I'm going to add like a handful of spinach, maybe half a cup, and that's going to wilt down along with the mushrooms to essentially form our stuffing, just a touch more. And then you're going to let it cool, and we'll add the goat cheese to the mixture. So I've got about 2 tablespoons of goat cheese there. And I just let my mushrooms and spinach cool down. I'm going to mix it all together and get it incorporated. You know, frankly, the best way to do it a lot of times is just with your hands. And once you do get it incorporated, you know, one of the key things to cooking just about anything is you want to go ahead and give it a taste and figure out, do I have the seasoning right, or is it kind of plain and boring and blah? Because frankly, if it is, it's not going to get any better in the chicken. This could use a little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper, which I'll put in once I get my hand clean. And then if you haven't done so already, go ahead and pound out the chicken breast. Okay, so let's go ahead and stuff our chicken. I'm going to take a decent amount of stuff, and you can definitely overstuff. So I've got about half, maybe 3 tablespoons. I got a pretty big chicken breast here that I pounded out. I'm going to leave a little bit of a space here and then quite a bit there. And then you just want to kind of wrap it in and over around itself. You want to pay particular attention to kind of the edges here. And then bring it right over the seam. Now, typically I use a little bit of twine or kitchen string to tie up the breast like this. I'm actually all out, so we got to improvise. I'm going to go ahead and take a couple metal skewers here and just run it right through to hold everything together. I'm going to get that done, and then we'll come back and cook these off. So all I did was wipe out the pan that we cooked our mushrooms and spinach in, heat it up, a little bit of olive oil, and then once I get my chicken kind of stuffed and wrapped, season all sides with salt and pepper, and then lay it in the pan, preferably seam side down. That's going to help it kind of stay closed. I got one bigger than the other. Let it sear on that side for about 5 minutes, and then we'll turn it over, get it browned on all sides, and then we'll pop it into a 375-degree oven for about another 7 or 8 minutes. So after 3 or 4 minutes, without touching, flipping, or otherwise manhandling the chicken, it should release pretty easily. And then you want that nice kind of golden brown color. Now flip it to the other side. Go for about the same amount of time, and then we're going to do kind of the third and the fourth side on each for about 3 minutes, then until it really gets that color. Then we'll pop it into the oven. So once browned all over, just take the whole pan. If you don't have a pan that goes in the oven, transfer them to one that can. Throw it in the oven, 375 degrees for about 7 or 8 minutes. So after 7, 8 minutes in the stove, the chicken's going to be done. You can use a meat thermometer. You want to get it up to 160 if you're ever unsure. Go ahead and pull these off and let them rest before you pull the picks out. While the chicken rests, we can deglaze with a little bit of wine, reduce that by half, and then add some chicken stock, finish it off with a little butter for a very simple pan sauce. So we've got our chicken now, it's rested. You can go ahead and slice. You can certainly serve it whole, but I tend to like serving these stuffed dishes sliced up so that people can see that wonderful stuffing. I'll take my plate, slide this over, and then you can kind of fan it out as well. Serving mine with a little bit of carrot and rice, and then we've got our little bit of sauce that you can drizzle right over the top. Just get a little extra kick there. I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required.